Cancer, what is up? I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. My name is Mel and welcome to my channel, Divine Feminine Works. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, and spirituality. So if those are things that interest you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, Cancer, this is going to be your monthly reading for September 2020. I hope that the month has been good to you so far. I hope that you haven't experienced anything crazy, but only time will tell, right? I feel like the new normal is that we experience some sort of foolishness and fuckery on a regular basis. But all in all, I think this month will be pretty good for you. There are going to be some energy shifts, though, and I'll get to that in a second. But it's should be an eventful month, I should say that. With these energy shifts usually come some events that, are of significance to us. But all in all, I think the month should be pretty good for you. So let's get into the astrology and see what September has in store for you. So the big three things that are happening this month are Mars is going retrograde in the sign of Aries, which is actually happening today, September 9th. We've got Jupiter going direct in the sign of Capricorn, which is happening on September 12th. And then we have Saturn also going direct in the sign of Capricorn on September 29th. So there's a bit of an energy shift. We've got Mars, which is slowing down, and then we've got Jupiter and Saturn, which are speeding up. So we might feel a little unsettled this month with everything that's shifting. So that's why I said it might be a little eventful, because you kind of might be a little all over the place. It's all good though. So there's nothing to be like alarmed about or fearful of. So let's get into it. So with Mars going retrograde in Aries, this is taking place in your 10th house of career and public life. So Mars first entered Aries back in June. So you probably noticed that since June, you've gotten a lot more vital energy, a lot more momentum when it comes to your career. I feel like a lot of you may have been concerned with career advancement, that could be starting a new career, or just taking a completely different course when it comes to a current career. And I feel like since June, you've really been putting in the work. You might have been putting in extra hours, overtime, picking up extra shifts, and work has probably been intense. There's been a lot of energy there. You may have even experienced conflicts with coworkers, conflict with bosses, industry people. Mars is a very aggressive planet. The energy of Mars is aggressive. It's headstrong. It lends itself to conflict, physical activity. So in Greek mythology, Aries is the god of war. And Mars has a very warlike energy to it. It's all about warriors. So it's about stamina, endurance, all of those things. What I'm hearing, some of you, if you have a career in the sports industry, you've especially felt this, most definitely. But in any event, with Mars going retrograde, all of that active energy is going to slow down. So even if you were making strides towards career advancement, if you notice that things were picking up, things are probably going to plateau or slow down from now until November 13th. November 13th is when Mars goes direct in the sign of Aries. But from now until November 13th, this is sort of a down period. And the best way to use this energy is to reevaluate, replan, renegotiate, re-examine all of the things within your career that you want to change and strategize a new plan. Take this time to rest too. You're going to need your physical strength. You've probably been running ragged since June. And this is a great time to take a nice reprieve, take a nice break, and kind of enjoy the slow energy even on a physical level. So that being said, use this time to plan, strategize, and get ready to move forward once Mars goes direct on November 13th. Now moving on to Jupiter. Both Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct along with Pluto in your 7th house of relationships. So you've probably been experiencing quite a bit of upheaval when it comes to relationships. Definitely throughout 2020 and even probably towards the end of 2019, you've been experiencing this energy. Jupiter and Saturn have been retrograde in Capricorn since May. So they were debilitated as well. Their normal energetic flows were definitely lessened when they went into retrograde. Jupiter is the planet of optimism. It's the planet of expansion. It's the planet of good fortune and abundance. But while in retrograde, Jupiter wasn't able to act so abundantly. So even though Jupiter is a positive planet, while retrograde, it was really debilitated and not giving much energy at all. Same thing with Saturn, although Saturn is sort of the opposite of Jupiter. Saturn is all about restriction, discipline. Saturn is the school of hard knocks. Saturn is where you meet obstacles, challenges. It's when you experience fear and doubt. The good thing when Saturn was retrograde was that you weren't experiencing all of those things on a grand level because the energy of Saturn was debilitated. But now that both Jupiter and Saturn are going direct, Jupiter is about to start raining blessings and going forth and expanding things and, giving you, good fortune, generally speaking, mind you. While Saturn is going to start giving you challenges and it's going to perhaps put obstacles in the way of what you're trying to achieve. And all of this is happening in your relationship sector. So especially this month and for the next couple of months, you're going to feel it's going to be like start and stop energy. You're going to have really good days. You're going to have really bad days. And then all of this is happening while Pluto is also conjunct both of these planets. Like Pluto was like right smack in the middle of Jupiter and Saturn. And Pluto is all about major transformation. It's about death. It's about rebirth. Like your relationships, both business and personal, are undergoing a complete breakdown in order to be built up even better. And in that process, you're going to be experiencing really good days, really high highs, and really low lows and really bad days. So it's just, all I can say is that it's an upheaval. It's bringing things to the surface that may have been hidden. It is, sprinkling good energy. It's providing obstacles. It's teaching you discipline. It's rewarding you almost immediately when you do something good. So again, it's just like start and stop, start and stop. If any of you drive a manual car and you're stuck in traffic, it's like your foot is constantly, brake clutch, brake clutch, brake clutch. So it's like that's sort of what's the energy that's going on in your relationship sector. I know it sounds horrible. It's not as horrible as it sounds. So yeah, so definitely be mindful of that. It's nothing to fear. It's nothing to be paranoid about or anxious about. Just do your best to roll with the punches. I mean, that's what we're all doing. Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto are conjunct for all of us. It's affecting us all on a grand scale, as you can see with politics, with racial injustice, with this pandemic. So we're all experiencing on that level. And then we're all experiencing it personally wherever this conjunction is placed in our chart. And for you, Cancer just happens to be your relationship sector. So hang in there, do the best that you can, and just try your best to ride out the storm. Other than that, regular mundane stuff. We've got the sun is in Virgo. It's been there since August 23rd. It'll be there until September 23rd. And that is happening in your third house. So you might find that you're communicating a lot more, your mental activities are sharp, you're learning new skills, and that's pretty much been indicative of Virgo season for you. Once the sun moves into Libra on September 23rd, your focus is going to be more directed towards home and domestic affairs. So your family relationships, your property if you own any, your basic needs like food, shelter, clothing, things that you need to fulfill you, that's where your focus will be by the end of the month. And that's pretty much the monthly rundown, astrologically speaking. Again, just roll with the punches, do the best that you can, and try to ride out these shifts as best you can. So now that we've gotten the astrology out of the way, let's get into the tarot reading and see what messages Spirit has for you this month. All right, this is for Cancer for September 2020. Let's get 3 cards here. Let's get 2 more cards here. Thank you. 1 more. Perfect. All right, so we've got... orphaned. We've got higher power. And we've got serendipity. All right, so right off the bat, some of you are feeling abandoned. Some of you are feeling like with things in flux the way that they are, you feel like you are losing touch with someone. Like I said, your relationship sector is really undergoing an upheaval right now. And I feel like for some of you, there's this feeling of being left alone, of being solitary. Some of you may have just gotten out of a relationship or will soon be getting out of a relationship, and you're feeling alone. But Spirit wants you to know that if you have trust, if you have faith in a higher power, if you have faith in a higher power, I'm not sure if you can see that too clearly, and leave room for Spirit to work, things are going to pleasantly surprise you with this serendipity card. Like, I feel like, you know how I was just saying about how Jupiter, okay, if you do, to paraphrase what I was saying before, Jupiter and Saturn both in your relationship sector, and they're both going direct. Saturn is all about doing the hard work. It's the school of hard knocks. Sometimes you have to overcome obstacles in order to get to where you need to go. If you do that, you'll be rewarded almost instantly by Jupiter that's also in your relationship sector and that's also going direct. And with this 4-leaf clover, it's like as soon as you do the work, as soon as you learn the lesson you're supposed to learn, it's like, boom, you get some good fortune. That's what Spirit wants you to know this month. Time for a nap. Some of you do need to sleep a little more, but what I'm hearing is that it's time for a rest. I feel like some of you may have been going from relationship to relationship, which is not good. I'm not saying it's not good, but it hasn't benefited you. Others of you need to take a rest from the relationship that you're in. I feel like it's not a complete break. It's just like a pause that you need to take that's going to benefit you. But let's look into this further and see if that's really what's good. All right. Okay. We've got Princess of Swords. I don't know if you can see that. All right. So we got Princess of Swords. Lust, which in the regular tarot would be strength. Adjustment, which in the regular Rider-Waite would be justice. Let's get 3 more cards here. We've got the Knight of Cups. It's you showing up to your reading. We've got the 9 of Wands. And we've got the Knight of Swords. All right. I feel like some of you have been holding back on things that you feel like you need to say. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Empress. I feel like some of you have been holding back. There are things that you want to get off your chest. There's emotions that you want to convey that you haven't been able to. I feel like by the end of the month, you will. Almost like you're going to work up the courage in order to say what's really on your mind. And most times, Cancers don't usually have a hard time expressing their emotions. You guys understand your emotions better than most other signs. But I feel like there's something that you feel like you need to say that you're not saying. And for some of you, I feel like it has to do with sex. There's something regarding sex that you want to talk about or open a dialogue about, but you're like guarded And you're not really, it's like you have to muster up the courage in order to say it. It's almost like you want to be on the same page as your partner. I feel like once you do say whatever it is you need to say, you will be on the same page. But until you say it, it's like you won't. And I feel like the lesson you have to learn this month, remember I said if you learn the lesson, it's like you're going to be automatically rewarded. Like you're going to be rewarded very quickly. I feel like there's a disconnect when it comes to you and your partner and sex and intimacy. I feel like there's something that you want to get off your chest, but you're guarded about it. You're quite guarded about it. I feel like you feel it underneath the surface, but when it comes to expressing it outwardly and expressing it verbally, like you need to work up the courage to do that because you're very guarded. I feel like you're very guarded with respect to something that happened in the past, and it made you sort of clam up when it comes to that. You know how you guys can just go in your shell. I feel like there's something from the past that has made you do that, which is affecting your current relationship because there's something that needs to be said that's not being said. For those of you where that doesn't apply, I feel like you've got someone who's been watching you, especially if you're a single Cancer. You've got someone who may want to come toward you. I feel like they've been watching you or you've been watching them, but someone wants to come toward you. And they're real fancy with it. Like they really are concerned about impressing you. They really want to impress you. Look at that. If you notice at the top of his cup, what does he have? It's a crab. Like this person really likes you. This person really likes you and they're kind of lusty for you. They're lusty for you. And I also feel like they are trying to work up the courage to come and talk to you. Because they're a little guarded too. I feel like they're a little shy. But regardless, even though they're lusty, I feel like they definitely want some sort of commitment with you. Something serious, not something like bullshit. Expect communication definitely for single Cancers. Expect communication from someone that you've had your eye on or that's had their eye on you. The lesson for all Cancers this month is don't be so guarded. Be free. For those who are single, be receptive. You see how she's on this lion and she's just got this cup that she's open, she's free. Is she naked? Yeah, she's naked. She's naked. Yeah, it's like be free. Say what you mean what you say, and just be open. Don't be so guarded. I know you've been through a lot in the past that's made you that way. But again, the lesson here is to be open and to be free. And I feel like you being guarded is responsible for you feeling like this. This orphaned feeling alone, feeling abandoned. Part of that is you being guarded. And you've got to let your guard down. You've got to let your guard down in order to have the wonderful things that are waiting for you. Yeah, because look, you've got abundance. This is Venus energy, but the Empress is very abundant. She gives birth to a lot of things. So this is reminding me directly of Jupiter going direct and just waiting to rain blessings down on you. I feel like for some of you, for coupled Virgos who are having a hard time saying something about sex, I feel like it has to do with motherhood. I feel like it has to do with you actually expressing that you want to start a family with this person. And you feel like you need the courage to say it, or you feel like this person may be guarded and may not receive it, but you've got to open up that level of dialogue. You've got to open your mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed. And I feel like you'll be surprised at how this person reacts to you in a good way. All right, let's get some more cards here. Let's get one on the Princess of Swords. We've got the Coffin. Okay, interesting. Yeah, someone is afraid that they're going to be rejected, and like if they open their mouth, if they say what they want to say, like the situation is just going to be deaded. Like the person is going to leave them. Like that's what you're thinking. Or that like like someone's going to block you. For single Virgos, it could be a Virgo that's coming your way actually. For single Cancers, I feel like the person that's approaching you, you might have blocked this person in the past. This person may be blocked, but they still want you. They still want that ass, Cancer. Seriously. But you probably blocked them. For others of you, I feel like, again, you feel like if you tell this person what's really on your mind, as it pertains to family, children, or something pertaining to sex, I feel like you think this person is not going to receive it well, and it's just going to dead the whole conversation, dead the whole relationship. Like that's what you're afraid of. But it has to do with you feeling so guarded. It's your defensiveness that's making you think that. Let's get one on lust. We've got house. Interesting. Yeah, whoever is, okay, for the single Cancers, the person that's coming toward you, they really want a relationship. They want something stable and exclusive. Yeah, they want something stable and exclusive. Some of you, I feel, pertaining to this whole issue of sex, it's like some of you really have issues opening up. Like very extremely guarded when it comes to sex. Like there's certain things that you won't do, certain things that you won't say. There's issues surrounding that for a variety of reasons, but that's what I'm sensing. It's this closed off sort of energy when it comes to sex, when it comes to intimacy. For some of you, I'm hearing like it's like it could be like you don't like talking during sex. Like you just like to be quiet. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing for some of you. Others of you, it's I'm getting like there are certain places in the house that you won't have sex, or you're very particular. Everything is compartmentalized. Everything is compartmentalized when it comes to sex. This really could be your partner, because for you guys, your 8th house of sex is Aquarius, and Aquarius is pretty free. Aquarius is pretty out there, very innovative, like not stuck in a box. So this really could be your partner that's having these issues, these feelings, and that's having, difficulties speaking up and saying what they mean and, getting their point across. Let's get one on adjustment. We've got thoughts. Yeah, for those single Cancers out there, I'm telling you, this person coming up to you, like they like you a lot. They think about you a lot. They daydream about you a lot. They want something serious with you. They want something serious with you. I'm hearing you're the picture perfect partner. You are the picture perfect partner in their mind. Whenever they think about, whenever they thought about what the ideal partner, it's you. It's you. And they want to get married. They want marriage. They want house. They want the whole thing with you. They want the whole thing with you. I don't know though. This is someone that you have blocked, so be careful. This person, they have a lot of emotion toward you. But you seem, I mean, let me show this to you. Look at look at the look on her face. Like, and she's with this dagger. Like, she just looks angry. Yeah, this might be someone that you did not get along with in the past, or that you really don't like, or that rubbed you the wrong way and you blocked them. But they lusting after that ass, Cancer. Jeez. Okay, moving on. Knight of Cups. Yeah, we've got family room and toil and labor. This person, they are putting in some work. They are putting in some work behind the scenes. I hear that, like, they're getting their family and friends to help them. So if you get messages from their family, from their friends, you might not even know it's their family or friends, but you might have other people message you, or other people talk to you about this person, but this person is really putting in the work to come towards you. Let's get one on the Nine of Wands. Let's get down to the root of this, because this is like the root of the reading, this defensiveness. This being guarded. Let's get down to the root of this and see what this is all about. Official person. Okay. Some of you are guarded because you're waiting for that official person. This person that may be coming towards you, for the single Cancers that I was talking about before, they may not be that official person. You may know deep down that this person is not for you. They're not who you want to be with. That's why you're so guarded, because you're just like, this person is not, they ain't it. For others of you, especially those that are having trouble communicating in their existing relationship, I feel like you know this person is the real deal. And that's giving you some pause. It's giving you a sense of hesitation, because you know this person is the real deal and you don't want to mess this up. Whatever you have to say, you feel like it might affect the status of your relationship, whether you're with this person or not. You're afraid that this person might leave you for whatever it is that you have to say. And you're guarded because you know this is the person that you want to spend your life with. This is the person that you want to marry, that you want to have kids with, and it's making you feel a little hesitant, and it's making you feel a little guarded. Let's get another one on this. I want to know a little bit more about this. It's Nine of Wands, an official person. We've got change. And we've got adjudication. Yeah, y'all know that this person is who you want to marry. And I feel like you've had conversations with this person, so y'all really want to be together. For those that are already in an existing relationship, like, this is the person that you're likely going to marry, or this is the person that you are making plans to marry or have a serious commitment with. And because of the seriousness of your relationship, that's what's making you feel defensive with respect to saying what's on your mind or saying something that you need to say. Again, could be related to sex, could be related to having a family together, that sort of thing. But I do see, at least by the end of the month, it looks like you get up the courage to start that conversation, to have that conversation. Let's get a card over here and see what that's about. On the Knight of Swords here, we have mature woman. Yeah, I see like you're going to put your grown girl panties on, your big girl panties on, and say what's on your mind. You're going to level up because you realize the seriousness of the relationship. You're going to be mature and you're going to say exactly what you need to say. Bottom of the deck, we have journey. Like, you're on a serious journey with this person. This is for Cancers. This is for Cancers that are partnered up. For those of you that are single, I feel like you're going to journey away from this person. This person that's coming towards you, I don't see you wanting to entertain them. But for those of you in a relationship, you've got some explaining to do. Open your mouth. Closed mouths don't get fed. And I really feel like you're going to be pleasantly surprised at your partner's reaction. I really do. All right. Let's get some astrology cards to close out this reading, Cancer. Okay, we've got 5th house. I say it like that because 5th house is children. Yeah, some of you want to start a family. Real deal. Some of you want to start a family. Go for it. We've got sextile, opportunity. This is so in line with this reading, and I'll tell you why. Because a sextile is an astrological aspect. It's an aspect between two planets. And the whole premise of a sextile is that it can produce really fortunate energy. However, you have to put in a little bit of effort. And that's exactly what is going on here. If you put in that little bit of effort, if you drop your guard and you are just real and direct with what you feel you need to say, the opportunity, look at how the doors are open here, if you can see this. The window, like the doors or the windows, whatever that is, they're open to creating something new. That little bit of effort will go a long way, Cancer. It really will. So say what you have to say. Let's get one last card here. We've got Venus, love. I love this because we started out the reading with you feeling orphaned and abandoned and just feeling alone. But Spirit wants you to know you are loved. You're not alone. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. Don't be afraid to speak your truth because you will be pleasantly surprised. Really. All right, Cancer, that has been your reading for September 2020. I hope that you were able to get at least one message from this reading. If you'd like to book a personal tarot reading with me or order an astrology report, that information is in the description box below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Divine Feminine Works. Every week I do a series called The Week Ahead, which is just a quick and dirty tarot read on the upcoming energies for that week. I also post a lot of great motivational content on there, so definitely follow me there so you don't miss any of that. As always, these readings are a labor of love and they come straight from the bottom of my heart. If you feel so inclined and would like to tip me by buying a coffee, that information is in the description box below as well. Cancer, as always, it's a privilege and a pleasure to read for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.